Hey there everyone, Round the Wheel here, and you're watching DoveLems, and today we are going to knock out the remaining Maso levels. There are 3 of them, and I don't really care how long it's going to take, because I want to get a good stopping point going before we get to the bonus levels, the 5 bonus levels that are in this pack, as evinced right here, these 3. And today we are going to start on one that I, full disclosure, already know how to do. I have the general idea of how to do it, but it's one of the other levels that inspired me to do DoveLems in the first place. The first was Smash Your Button, and the other one is what ended up being level 28. I had no idea it was so deep into the game, but damn. Imposing Block. This one is a thing, that's for sure. 30 lemmings, 73% to be saved, and you will see why once you see how we are supposed to knock this thing out. All we have, 8 climbers, 8 bombers, 8 diggers. Do the math, my friends. All right, let's go ahead and get this going up a little faster. That's probably about right. 30 lemmings, a 30 release rate. That ought to work, right? Why don't we just get this going now, though? All right, I have the general idea. Basically, we're gonna make stair steps for these guys. Okay, and then that's 7, and then 8, and then the rest can come out willy-nilly, because it doesn't matter too much. We gotta get them digging now. Now, how to do it. How to space this out so that it works to my advantage. 1, okay, 2. We probably want to leave some space in here, actually. Because we gotta space them out enough so that it covers the whole spread of this giant block. But oh man, this one is already just a bag of fun, let me tell you. Actually, I think I may have spread them out too much. Okay, and he probably needs to start blowing up like now. So that gets them going that way. I'm going to go ahead and just do it like on the 2. Or maybe the 1 is better. 2, 1. And then as soon as the other ones reach 1, I just go boom, 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 boom. Okay, yeah, that seems to be making a pretty good staircase. I don't know if it's going to make it all the way to the bottom, but okay, yeah, maybe as soon as they start to blow up is probably a better approach. And I didn't even make it all the way over on this one. But you see the general gist of it, don't you? That looks, when that works, it's going to look awesome. It's going to look awesome, basically. So I think I need to do it as soon as they start to blow up, like 5. And then once they start to blow up, start the next one, and then the next one, and the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. Yeah, maybe closer to the edge is a better. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, yeah, let's get them going. Let's spread them out nice and easy. Okay, yeah, this is much more space for him to work with, I think. Let's go ahead and let him get going now. And now I'm going to try my on the 1. Just stay on the 1, baby. We can get them all out now, probably. Doesn't matter that much. Oh, that's not a big enough. Okay, yeah. I did him just a little bit too late, but doing it right when that starts is probably a good strategy. So now the only thing I have left to do is to just get him bombing at an appropriate time. Oh, yeah, that's probably going to work spectacularly. Okay, yeah, and then get him going, and then one more for good measure. So, yeah, that'll probably give them the room to walk up and get it done. But yeah, the only problem is I bombed him just a little bit too late. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's not hard by any means. This isn't a hard level at all. It's just hella fun. Way fun to do yourself. I love it. Okay, I bet I want to get the last guy going, bombing, about the time he finishes up. Wow, that's some kind of weird space there, but I think we pretty much nailed that. So once he starts, yeah, there we go. That's a good solid rhythm right there, and I think they can walk up above that. Okay, so just get it going so that, yeah, there's plenty of space between each of them, so that they should have plenty of space to walk up and over. Yeah, this is a pretty solid good rhythm right here. Okay, yes, I think we're going to make it this time. I hope we're going to make it this time. Okay, this is... Yeah, I think we're going to make it. This is more or less perfect. Yeah, that should be just enough to get them. Yes! There they go! That only took 3 tries. The third time was the charm. So yeah, that's not a tough level by any means, but it's definitely one that, you know, when I first discovered this, I thought was just extremely clever and beautifully done. Very nice. And yeah, there's your 73% right there. That is just c'est magnifique. And it's way more fun than yesterday's level, which took God knows how long. That was a nice little antidote to the previous level. So let's move on then. We are moving at a pretty good clip. If we can knock out, you know, the rest of these levels in 6 minutes, doubtful. But let's see what we got coming up next. Oh, a 1 minute-er, so maybe we can very well solve this in 1 minute. All turns around the time. Time turns elastic. 15 lemmings. I bet that means we can only kill 1. And they come out pretty quick. This is a pretty level, even just in mini-map form. I bet it looks even better when you go to the main. Wow, that is gorgeous. So how are we going to get them around the way? We have 3 climbers. Okay, 3 climbers, 1 bomber. That's going to be... I think I know how to do this, but... Okay, we're going to need 3 climbers, definitely. And then 1... Okay, and then they're going to go... How are we gonna do this up? Okay, I think they're going to work in concert together. We're going to have the first 3. Boom, boom, boom. And then the rest... Yeah, that's what I was trying to do with the release right there. Okay, now we're going to have to do this. I think the bomber comes in right here. So we're going to have it so that he stops. Actually, he's going to be the bomber, I think. Let's go from the bottom of the stairs here. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted sort of to happen. Not really. Oh, no, you went a little too far there. Maybe... That's sort of what I wanted to happen. I wanted it to go so they went in opposite directions. One, they end up climbing over the wall, no matter what. But one of them is going to go to the left, and then the right, and then bash, and then probably build to save himself. Yeah, this isn't going to take long to solve at all, but I think the trick is going to be bombing in just the right place, which is probably about right here. Okay, so now do it so that one of them doesn't go kersplat. I want him to stop and bomb right in the middle. Okay, yeah, that's still not quite it. Yeah, this is going to require amazing exactitude, because let's go ahead and let's do it with the one guy here. What basically is going to happen is they're going to build in their opposite directions, I think. And then they're going to hit, and then one of them's going to turn around, and then... Oh, actually, he needs to be exactly on. So he needs to go up, and he's going to shrug, and he's going to bash through. Oh! Oh, that's going to take some really tricky time. Maybe I shouldn't have done the release rate so quickly, actually. Okay, I'm just going to leave the release rate at 80 and see how that works out. But I need this. I need this to happen, like, right dead on. Pixel perfect. Okay, he didn't quite make it in time. He needs to go just slightly over. But I wanna now use this time to go from roughly here and see how this works with all this coming together. I think they have enough time. I think that's enough time for him to complete the bridge, shrug, walk up, and then... Okay, yes, that is enough time. So yeah, if I can just get this right... then the rest of it should come together pretty easily. The only problem is I'm not going at the right time. Okay, yeah, very good. Yeah, that'll get everybody going. I don't see why I need... I think I'm lacking... Is there a reason I need to use 2 builders? Because I only see a need really for 1 more. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, now they're going. Now they're going their right separate ways. I think... Nah, that's a little too much walking, though. Now I have trepidation, because maybe that's not how it's supposed to get done. Oh, here I thought it was going to be all perfect and nice and sweet. And it turns out that's probably not the way. Okay, I see. You probably need him to go extra. So he can... Yeah, so he can turn around and hit. Okay, one of them is going to go smoothly into the end there. Okay, yeah, and then he's going to... Okay, now is the tricky part. I probably should have just had him go as late as possible. Because now I gotta turn him around, and now I have this problem. So it's not quite locked in yet. Actually, let's have it so he builds into the wall, so that they are both going, yeah, okay. That's probably a little bit better. So now we just get them building from their respective correct places. That might have been a little too soon for him, time will tell. Haha, time, see, because it looks like a clock, haha, haha. Okay, and then, boom. Yeah, that was a little bit too soon for him. Man, this is... I've got it, though. I've got it this time. I've got it now. So, yes, you definitely need to turn him around. Definitely, definitely. Okay, I think I've got it. The only thing standing in my way is time. Time, time, time. Turns like a ticking bomb. Okay, yeah, so he's up now, and he's up now. And I just need to build him to safety. Okay, get there in 13 seconds and you have done it. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is a time presser also. Well, yeah, 1 minute, obviously, but did I not do it fast enough? Did I not do it fast enough? Why did I not do it fast enough? What? Oh my god, that is nuts. Did I do something wrong in the building process? How? Wow. That's the right solution for sure, I know it is, but how do you squeeze it into 1 minute now? How do you just speed things along? Oh my good gravy. Oh my good gravy. Maybe there's a way to hit my head while I'm bashing, but still like bash a complete tunnel like this, and then that'll get him turned around. Okay, yeah, now he's walking with the rest of them. That should make it to victory. Oh man, that is sneaky. That is really, because you can't have him turn around. And am I still going to fail here? No! Whew! Oh, that is a sneaky trick right there. You got to turn that guy around as soon as possible. All turnarounds all the time. That is the trick. Oh my gosh. That one left me short of breath. That was probably the most intense time press level of this whole game, probably, which makes sense now that it's at the very end, because that was indeed, I mean, it's only 1 minute, so you know what you got to do, basically, but that was still pretty nuts, but probably not as nuts as level 30 is going to be. This is probably going to be where the game goes out with a bang. Pole vaulting in the Labyrinth zone. Well, we get a nice big architectural masterpiece for the end here. 40 Lemmings got to save 100%. And we only have 3 minutes to do this. So how do we do it? How are we going to be pole vaulting? I'm tempted to use Labyrinth Zone music here. Too obvious. Not going to do it. Not going to be what you hear, probably. I wonder if it's that way in the Dodo Chicalo video. But no, not me. You're not going to be hearing any Sonic music in this video unless it happens to fit one of the other levels. Let's hit it though. Okay, what have we got going here? Okay, we don't have very much This is cool looking. Are they kind of like the fire blowers? Although those look more like bulls. These are more like birds. Let's just take a minute while we're on this last level of the official game here to just, you know, admire some of what Dodo Chicalo has done. There's the needle traps. Those never really came into play. What have we got? Let's just see. First of all, let's reverse engineer from the end here. I think we can maybe make... Oh, wow, that's going to be rough. We might actually get hit by those if we try to go across. Oh, and an 80 release rate. Shit. So how are we going to get everybody to safety is my question. 2 bashers. Yeah, let's try to work this one from the back. This is a very pretty level. Whoa. Fucking Gordian knot something going on right here. Yeah, this is really pretty for a final level. I'm really impressed with it. And I bet I'm as likely to be impressed with the solution as I am with its architecture. There's some really cool stuff going on here. I could stare at this level all day. But we have a game to beat, so let's get it on. Okay, yeah, let's, okay, they're all coming out. There's no climbing. No climbing involved whatsoever. Do they just drop down into here? Let's go ahead and pump this up so that the last guy is the one who does everything. Yeah, they all fall in there and nobody splats. That's basically what I was wanting. Okay, so now we're gonna how do we get going here? I'm gonna go. Okay, you go last. You're the last guy. And okay, I think I might sort of have it. This is just gonna be a very quick. I'm gonna have to be very quick about it, though. Go ahead and I'm gonna have him build. And now I probably need to get them going at about the same time. This is going to be where it gets really tricky. Because if I have them mine down and... Well, no, that's not tricky at all, I don't think. Yeah, it is going to be... Well, is it? Let's just go ahead and start mining from the edge there. And then, this might not be as hard as advertised. Let's just see. I want him to hit the edge there. Okay, so now I want him to go down far enough that he... Okay, yeah, there we go. Very good, very good, very good, very good. And now I'm going to need him... Ooh! Wasn't anticipating that. Ouch! I thought he was just going to fall onto the wooden plank and then I could have him build. So that's why you need 5 builders. Okay, and I can probably cram this into a little bit more reasonable time frame now that I know what's happening. Okay, yeah, I can probably do this without using all the tools, I think. Let's give it another whack. All right, first of all, let's have it topped up from the beginning. So now that I know what's going on, more or less, I can kind of cram this into a little bit less time, I think. So, of course, this is kind of like this is sort of like Lemming Express from Oh No More Lemmings, where you have a 99 release rate going, and you have to have the last guy do all the hard work, who's going to put in all the dirty work. So, yes, now that we know that going from the left is officially the way, let's go ahead and have a guy go down. We are going to go down like Igby Brown. So, I'm mixing my metaphors here pretty hard. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And now, once he's low enough, I bet he's probably the next in line to do something about it. Yeah, let's go ahead and have him bash. Okay, now I know that we need to... Now I know that we need to turn him, or we need to get a thing going here. I can probably afford to cut it off early, too. Let's go ahead and, yeah, you need to build, and then I can probably cut through it by mining. Alright, are there any other dirty tricks that I need to know about? I don't think there are too many dirty tricks left here. I'm just going to let them walk to the exit. I'm going to see what that does for me, because I think they can make it safely enough. I think they can pop up through that. Oh, didn't anticipate. Whoops, didn't use my last builder. That's a little oopsie. Well, let's fix that real quick before we move on, actually. Oopsie doodle. That was just me being a dummy. Bloop! Okay, let's start it from farther back so that he has room to build up once he turns around here. Okay, that ought to be just fine. Okay, so now let's have a little bit more foresight than what I had last time. Let's go ahead and fill in this gap, and I think that ought to pretty much do it. Yeah, he turns around and then yes. Okay, so that's probably it. I don't know what the second miner was for, unless they have trouble walking a minute and a half to there, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Was it to cut off this bridge early? That's really the only thing I can see. That's really the only thing I can see being the problem is... Oh! I didn't think that was going to be a problem from that far out. So now we... Okay. Oh, this is definitely a little bit Maso for sure. Oh, man, I did not anticipate that. I thought it was just removed enough that it wouldn't be a problem, but now it's obviously going to be a little bit of a problem. Well, shit. Well, that is clearly not it. So now I have to figure out something to do here. I think he's going to get too close to it, like, right here. Oh, this is going to require some research, probably. Probably have to mine right here in order to... I guess? I don't know. What is the trick to getting around this now? Oh, and here I thought we were all done. I should have known. I should have known it was going to be a little bit tougher than that. I should have... Oh, I should have known. Oh, dear God. I'm kind of kicking myself for actually thinking it was going to be that obvious. That... That was completely retarded. That was just... Oh, I can't believe I fell for that. You should know better by this point in the game, Jess, than to fall for tricks like that. That was... Am I gonna have to, like, build and then mine to get by it? But I don't see how that's really possible. This is going to be more difficult than previously imagined, I think. So let me see how this works out. I've already used all 5 builders doing this nonsense. You gotta do 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then 5. I don't see how you use anything but builders to fill in this. I don't see yet, anyway. And they can't get by that. So one guy needs to build past that. That's pretty obvious. And then 2, 3, 4 to get down here. Maybe I need to do 1, 2, and then do some building. But then how do they get out of there alive? There needs to be a guy who, like, backs them up. I'm gonna try mining from, like, right here. And it does absolutely jack shit. That's what I thought. So I need to, like, build not far enough to get into this thing, but also far enough to stay away from this thing. That must be what my one miner is left over for. But now how do I use 4 builders to sort this out? Is the question. Indeed. What a conundrum. Alright. Alright. Actually, I ended up looking this one up. But just for a little bit. I actually want to solve it mostly legit. But even in the first few seconds of the solution, I ended up learning something. I'm glad I looked it up, because I learned something that I did not actually previously know, which is apparently, if you mine in the right spot, the miner actually, when he falls like a pixel more forward than a lemming would just falling normally. So, I didn't actually previously know that, so it's good to know now, because otherwise I would have never... Otherwise, I don't think I'd have stood a chance of figuring this out. Now I think I have something... My like, mental arsenal is a little better equipped now, so I'm gonna try it. Okay, yeah, that didn't work, though. It's supposed to work. Maybe I'm not doing it right? Oh, so it does work. Okay. So now I feel like I'm gonna be relying on this more or less wherever possible. Okay, let's, with that in mind, with all this new information in our minds, let's forge ahead, because if I had to do that once, I feel like I'm gonna have to do it more times. But I didn't know that was a thing, so that's why I ended up looking it up, which makes this kind of an anticlimactic final level, in a way that something like Rendezvous to the Mountain was not. That was anticlimactic for entirely different reasons, aka it was too easy. Let's try going from this end, because I'm pretty sure if I can replicate it once and then go back and forth with replays, I can do it again and again and again with similar results. Yeah, okay, so now, what do I have left of everything? Miner. Actually, I'm going to need that miner if that works over here. So, let's just let him go forward and do his thing, actually. So I'm going to speed that up because nobody wants to look at that forever. Okay. Alright, yeah, that's perfect. Alright, so now Let's go ahead and, when is the appropriate time to send them out? Probably as soon as I get done building up to here. I'm going to go ahead and start in on that. I think they probably have enough time to operate from here on out. So I'm going to go ahead and start bashing through this wall. That'll catch them. So now I just have to get this right. Well, if I can get that right, then they won't have to do any more... They won't have to do any more work, right? So I can just send it... Well... Yeah, but it only does him one more forward, so I think I have... Yeah, I have enough to work this out, I think. Okay, let's see how this works from here on out. Okay, so he got through... Okay, yeah, as long as he gets through, that's fine. Okay, so now I can turn them around. Okay, and I can get them around here, and then I can just build up to here. And I can avoid any sort of mining incident whatsoever. Okay, that's good. Well, if I start too far forward, he might still get zapped by the thing anyway. Okay, good. He did not get zapped by the thing anyway. Okay, well, once I knew that thing, I was able to solve it. But until then, I was just like, how on earth? So that kind of sucks that I had to look it up to end one off, but I only looked up this little part right here. The rest I got on my own, because I was like, oh, that's new information. And being able to work with new information, I was able to do it just fine. But it was just not knowing that little piece of information that really did me in. So that kind of sucks. That was just my own ignorance that kind of did me in right there. But I didn't know you could do that. So, on the one hand, it was really tricky. On the other hand, that's really interesting, though. I wonder if... that sucks if other levels going forward are going to rely on that. I just had no idea about it. I would have been stuck there forever if I hadn't looked it up. So I feel badly, but I also learned something new today, so I also kind of don't. But that is it for the Maso levels, apparently. I feel really bad that we ended on one that I had to look up. But finished is finished, so... And throughout the whole run of 120 levels, I only ended up looking up 3 levels for the solution. Everything else... the amount of time that I needed varied, but I was more or less able to figure out everything else on my own, which is pretty astounding, given how hard I was told these were going to be. So I'm pretty daggone proud of myself, actually, only looking up 3 solutions out of a whole whopping 120. But we still have 5 levels left. We still have the bonus levels left to go, and I'm looking really forward to pumping those out. That'll probably be across a period of 2 days or so. So next time we'll be starting in on bonus 1, Platora's Temple, the final 5 levels with the finish line in sight there, and then I'll be giving my final thoughts on DoveLems. I'm going to try to bang something up pretty and nice and try not to stumble over my thoughts, because I would like to start doing that, just do overall what I think of games that I don't know much about going in, giving my final impressions of them. I think that's instructive and fun for you and me. So, yeah, that is pretty much every regular level down. That's all 120, and only 5 left, which we will be completing in the days to come. See you guys next time.